look me in the eye. And I'll tell her to spend some time with you. Learn you. Therefore, you can allow yourself to love you. Y'all missed that. It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare to my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I love you every time I try to resist. You can get it. Damn, come on, babe. Alright. Hey y'all, so welcome back to another video on Mastermind M. So today's gonna be real chill. I want to talk about something that crossed my path a few days ago, actually, at my new job. I had switched job tasks within my job and went to do something else. And it was this girl in this other department, and she was showing me around, you know, showing me how to do this new task because I am still new to the job. But we started talking about life and stuff. I started telling her about my YouTube channel and yada yada yada. And then our age came up. Damn, excuse me, I just hopped right into the video. I'm sorry. Today is Thursday, March the 24th. It's currently 5:14 p.m. Why you need to know the time, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, me and the girl was talking. So needless to say, she inspired this video because she asked me a question and I answered it. But we were also kind of pressed for time because we was on the way out the door because it was time to go. So I didn't really give her the full in-depth answer I wanted to. So if you watching this, girl, this one for you. But yeah, so I'm 24, in which I told her that, and I think she's 19 and going on 20. And she asked me what advice would I give to my younger self, basically at that age. And at that age, I want to say I was a sophomore in college, sophomore, junior, I don't know. But to think back on that time, I can think back on my life and I can think back on some stuff that I would tell somebody that age, or tell myself, period. But the thing is, because I was so pressed on time, my answer was in one category. So when she asked me, I was like, what category? Because I can give multiple different types of advice for different types of circumstances or categories. Because, you know, overall, like, life isn't a one-size-fit-all thing. Advice isn't a one-size-fit-all thing. You have to, like, cater that to you and, like, your circumstances. So immediately my response was based off spiritually, because I mean, if I don't know nothing else, that's what I know. I know my relationship with God is strong. I know my faith is strong, and I know that is what has gotten me here today, along with other things, but mainly that. And if I didn't have that, it don't matter if I had everything else, that wasn't going nowhere. So that being my relationship with God and my faith in him. So first and foremost, that is a piece of advice I can give my younger self. So number one, like, either create or strengthen your relationship with God, because without him, and to be honest, for the sake of this video or just for the sake of life, period, like, your God don't have to be my God. Like, when I say God, what I mean is whoever you believe created us. And if you don't believe nobody created us, then I don't know what to tell you. But whoever you believe created us, you know, whether that's God, Allah, Jehovah, whoever, you know. I've said before, I personally am not religious. I consider myself spiritual, and I don't identify as any type of, like, Christian, Muslim, any of that. I'm myself, and I have a relationship with God. I'm not an atheist. I believe in God. I believe he created us. I believe there's a higher being, and which is God. But anyway, back to what, you know, the whole point is. And excuse my homegirl right here, you know, she's just chilling in the back. But yeah, like, either number one, create that relationship if you haven't already. Number two, strengthen that relationship if you haven't already, because that's what's gonna guide you in life. Honestly, that's that's gonna be your North Star. Like, that's when you need the answers and ain't nobody there to give them to you. You can always turn to that person right there. You can always turn to that energy, that spirit, and that's gonna put you on the right path. And when I mean, like, what I mean by right path, I ain't talking about your path. I ain't talking about your goals and your dreams you set for yourself. I'm talking about your destined path, like what your creator has destined you for. So that's been a huge part of my life. I would definitely tell myself to get on that earlier, because once I did, like, everything just flipped. My whole world turned upside down for the best, for the greater, for the good. And, you know, I can only imagine if I had that from the jump, how I would have, like, attracted my blessings even sooner, if that makes sense. Next, I would get into personally. So this is broad, but I'm going to give you an example of what I mean. So we all experience some traumas. We all experience some heartaches and some, you know, just some bad stuff in life. It's life. You're gonna have ups and you're gonna have downs. But I think it's important to have the mindset to heal yourself. Don't go through life feeling like life is always just happening to you. Don't go through life feeling like everything is always just happening to you. Like, work towards healing yourself, whether that's coping, learning how to cope with something, learning how to fix something, learning how to fix some broken relationships that you can handle your life, whether that's with family, friends, whatever. Like, work on healing, because that's huge. Like, as you get older, you're gonna realize you can't hold a grudge about everything. You can't put the blame on outside factors for the rest of your life. You know, at some point you have to kind of take accountability of your life and realize that you have the ability to control it. So, you know, do what you need to do that's gonna make you feel better. Do what you need to do that's gonna make you a better person. Do what you need to do to put you at a position where you are you're the best version of yourself. Therefore, you are going to be happy with yourself, and you're going to be a good addition to society, because, you know, you're not working with no ill will. You're not living with no malicious intent towards nobody. You're not just walking around with hatred in your heart because of what's have happened to you. You know, you've acknowledged that, and you you've acknowledged that, and you've accepted what has happened to you in your life, and you realize that you can't change it. Therefore, moving forward, you just need to heal from it so you can be a better person for you and others. So lastly, I want to touch on one more category, and that's romantically. So this is kind of 2-in-1, because it's going to be romantically and relationships, period. So relationships with like I said before, friends, family, all of that, but mainly romantically. But is it really mainly though? Let's just say relationship wise, when it comes to building relationships with people. Yeah, let's just say that. So this is huge. If I saw my 20-year-old self, I would be like, girl, I'll put my hand on her shoulder. I will put my hand on her shoulder, and I would be like, listen, look me in the eye. And I'll tell her to spend some time with you. Learn you. Therefore, you can allow yourself to love you. Y'all missed that. Let me run that back. So basically what I mean by that is, at 20 years old, whether you in college, whether you working, whatever you may be doing, like, that you're a young age. You're at a young age, and you just got out of your teenage years. So you may spend a lot of time with your friends, with your family. You spend a lot of time with people, period. And it's so easy to kind of get lost in who we are and not understand who we are and not love who we are if we don't ever spend time with ourselves. Like, this is huge. This is something I had to realize. And once I started making the changes for myself, I stepped back and I started looking at my friends or my peers, or people who I was just around, period, people in the same environment as me. And I was like, damn, like, how could you know you when you constantly surrounded by people 24/7, when you always, like, you always on the phone, you always in somebody's presence, somebody always in your presence, like, you just never spend time with yourself. So how could you have time to hear your thoughts? How could you have time to process the things that you like and the things that you're interested in? Like, how do you know who you are? And when I realized that, that's when I went into isolation. Like, I just started doing a lot of stuff by myself, like, whether that's going out by myself, whether that's being at the crib, chilling by myself, whether that's like just going to the park and just sitting thinking about life, period, because I needed to be able to hear my thoughts. I needed to be able to silence the world to hear my thoughts. So basically, I feel like when you spend that time alone, when you allow yourself to spend that time alone, not only are you allocating time to learn yourself, you are also learning how to love yourself. So you learn yourself because you learn what you like to do, what you don't like, what you gonna accept, what you're not gonna accept. And then from that point, period, kind of going into romantically, once you know who you are, when somebody come into your life and try to like question your character or try to get you to back down on like your standards and stuff like that, you gonna stand strong. And that's something that somebody can't do if they don't know themselves. Like, I just hope somebody hear me and understand what I'm saying right now, because like this is the tea. This is the tea. Everybody be on the social networks talking about, girl, what's the tea, girl, what's the tea, girl. I don't want no tea. I ain't rubbing no tea. I want some lemon water, please, thank you. But anyway, yeah, so like I said, like, that's huge. I just hope people hear that and like understand it and process it. Like, that's a huge thing for me. And I feel like for a 20-year-old, like, the average 20-year-old not thinking about that. The average 20-year-old like, okay, I done spent too much time in the streets, I done spent too much time with my friends, I need to go have some me time. Like, us 20-year-olds not thinking about no damn me time. But me me, girl, I make me time. I make time for me time on a regular, okay? If ain't nothing else on that schedule, me time on that schedule. But yeah, so that's the main 3 I can come up with. To be honest, if I really sat down and thought about it, I could probably come up with some more. But I just feel like I can't limit myself to one piece of advice, you know, to tell somebody. Like, I have to break it down into categories, because life, it's like a maze. Like, it's so many different ways you can go about it. Like, I don't know, but only one way is the right way, and that's putting God first. Ooh, that was smooth. I like that. That's gonna be the note I end this video on. Whatever you do, put God first. Put God first in everything you do. Once you get that relationship with him and you strengthen that relationship with him, you need to realize that once you realize that, like, he is our creator and like nothing will be without him, like, you need to put him first. You need to put him before anything, because if it weren't for him, it won't be for you. And I'm gonna end it on that note. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.